Everyone, hope you're all doing fine. Well, I decided to use my headsets today because last time I got a feedback, and the person who gave me feedback said I was not that audible. So today I'm trying to use this to see if my sound will improve. If it's still not improving, then I'll consider other means of making myself more audible. Yeah. I know I was supposed to post a video on the philosophy of money 2 days ago, but I couldn't post it due to some inconveniences. We are having a low voltage in our house, so that's why I didn't manage to post it. Yeah. Well, like I told you already that the video is inspired by Penuel. There's one video that not only from one video, but something that I think Penuel talked about a couple of times, whereby he was saying that wealth is not only contained in money, but even in the things that you own that have value. Values, say things like land, livestock, and anything that you might be possessing, which is not money, but is at the same time valuable. And I don't think that that's what we should be working towards obtaining those things that hold value, but at the same time they are not money. Why am I saying this? Because when you own something which has value, an asset, it will continue having value irrespective of time. The government cannot add or remove value from it. Say something like land, okay? But when it comes to things like money, things are a bit different. Why? Because money is something that is something that you can never own. The government just makes you a fool. It makes you believe that you own money, but in actual fact, you don't own money. It's them who own money. The state owns money. That's why if the state wants that money from you, it can take it there and there without you having any say over it. You can't do anything when they want that money. When they want it, and they'll get it. Like, I'll make a typical example. For sure some of you might have heard of these words like fiscal policy, monetary policy, and all those things. They're just tricks that the government uses to take money back from the people. If maybe say a government needs to start new projects, maybe building roads or just building infrastructure in general, this is what they do if they don't have money, but they know that money is with the people. They start increasing taxes. They know, okay, because they have central bank to regulate money and to monitor money. They know that, okay, the money that we printed is this much, okay, maybe it's 800 million, and what is in the banks right now is 400 million. But we don't need 400 million, we need more than that to build roads. Maybe we need 600 million. What are we going to do? They will check. They have all these demographics of the businesses, all the businesses which are in the country. So they know, okay, we're having around 150 companies in the country. If we charge them around 17% tax, the 200,000 that we need from which is outside, we'll be able to take it back and use it for other things. So that's the way they deal with what, with money. So you might be having holding money saying, okay, I'm holding this, it's mine, but when they want it, they'll just get it anyway. They'll just get it. And the other way that they can also do, the other thing that they can also do to take money from you, they can make the currency lose value so that you spend more. And after you spend more already, they make it gain value, but it's no longer with you, it's with them. So they've taken it back. But with land, they can't do that. If you're having land, if you're having assets like livestock, they can't do that to you. And some other assets, they have less control. Of course, they do have control, but they have less control. So better you get those things that you know that government has less control on them. In as much as they want them from you, it will be very difficult for them to get without maybe having to struggle, because with money they don't have to think much. It's just it's theirs, and if they think that you're too stubborn, they can just change what the currency altogether. Maybe say I stay in Zambia, they use kwacha here. They might just say, okay, starting from tomorrow we'll no longer use kwacha. Yeah, so you will be forced to take out that kwacha that you're stationing somewhere to go and exchange it in the bank. And when you exchange it, they take it back. They say, ah, no, we're joking. But they've got their money already, so they can do so many things. They can do so many things to get money from you. Yeah. So rather try to invest in those things that you know that you have more control. The state has less control on them. The other thing that I also wanted to talk about is the way we think about money, the way we approach money which is a bit unhealthy. If you try to take a look, most of us we work for money for the sake of working for money, but money shouldn't be treated that way. Money is something that we work for in order for us to be able to afford some of the things. So why not find other means to get the things that you want without yourself having to work for money? Like for instance, if like this is a sound box, okay, or Bluetooth speaker, if some of you call it. If I know I need this, okay, and for me to get this, I have two choices, or I have two or more choices, not choices, actually alternatives that I can opt for, say, in order to get this sound box. The first option, I can make it for myself. I can study and make a research, learn how to make this thing. Information is all over. Or I can get money some way, and with the same money then I buy it, okay. And the third alternative, I can get someone else to get it for me. The first alternative is the safest one. For me to gather some knowledge, to learn how to make it for myself, so that next time I need it, I just make it for myself and it is there without even spending anything. Yeah. So that's where I am. I'm saying, okay, those things that we think we need money to get them, why instead of working for money so that we get those things. We invest our time in learning about making those things, so that at the end we don't there's no point in buying things when you know how to make them. Okay, why should you buy something when you know how to make it yourself? You just make it yourself and it ends there. So that's all I wanted to share with you tonight. Yeah, I know I mentioned things like fiscal policy and monetary policy. I will explain later as we go along. I will explain later what those things means, but what those two mean. It's very important to understand monetary policy and fiscal policy. I will explain in my future videos. You will get to understand what is fiscal policy, what is monetary policy, all those things, all the techniques that the government use in order to get money from you. Yeah, so that's all. Hope you found this video interesting and helpful. If you think there's something that I left behind, you can leave a comment and we can discuss and see how we can work around the whole thing. Yeah, wish you a happy weekend. Ta-da, sure.